So one of the hottest topics right now going on here in the real estate nationwide, and especially locally, the fact that we are hovering around 7% interest rates for home affordability, which is not moving near any time in the future. And what does that mean to the consumer? You and yourself, for sellers versus buyers here in the Charlotte, North Carolina region. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Mark Weinberg, and today we're going to be diving deep into the topic that's on everyone's mind here in the Queen City, Charlotte's housing market. Specifically, we're going to be talking about where home prices are seeing the biggest drops and what that means for buyers and sellers in the second half of 2025. So now, if you've been following, the real estate scene, you know Charlotte has been on an absolute tear year over year after year after year. We've seen incredible growth. We've seen home appreciations rapidly. But as with a dynamic market, things are always shifting. And right now, we're seeing some interesting trends emerging. Many of you have been asking, are prices really coming down? And where can I find these deals? Well, that's exactly what we are going to explore today. We're talking about specific areas, why these shifts are happening, and what you should consider if you're looking into buying or sell in this evolving market. So let's start the overall picture for Charlotte. For a while, it felt like prices were only going up. However, recent data suggests a clear cool down. While Charlotte is still considered a seller's market, overall it's becoming much more balanced. We're seeing inventory levels rise, and homes are taking a bit longer to sell for the days on market than they were like a year ago. So here are Charlotte's top 5 zip codes where you're likely to find more favorable conditions for the buyers, indicating a shift away from the aggressive pricing increases or even more minor declines in certain segments. So based on recent market reports, 28269, which is the University City or North Lake area, this has been consistently cited for having higher number of newer listings and longer days on market, approximately 106 days on market, according to the source of Q1. This is just more inventory, less bidding wars, pressure to make it a place where deals are becoming available. 28215 Reedy Creek, similar to 28269, this zip code noted offering more affordable construction and significantly increase in listings, pointing towards a buyer-friendly environment. 28217, where the median sales price might be holding steady or even slightly in some broader Charlotte reports. Individual listings 28217 have shown price reductions and slower sales. So the data through June of 2025 shows 1-year value change has been a negative 3.3 in the specific zip codes, making it a strong contender for areas experiencing price softening. Areas within Cabarrus County, such as Concord or Kannapolis, potentially the zip code of 28207, 28205, in the Charlotte zip codes, these adjacent areas saw significantly growth and development during the peak of the market due to the affordability. As the Charlotte market tends to cool a little bit, these outerlying areas often feel the effects more acutely, leading to increased inventory and more room for negotiations. Specific zip codes here would require very granular, real-time data, but the trends hold for the broader region. Areas within Gaston County, such as Gastonia or Belmont, and further on the outskirts, potentially the zip code 28052, 28056 are similar to Cabarrus. Gaston County is experiencing a growth boom. Community partners shift and inventories increasing. Some of these communities might see a stronger rebalancing of the market, leading to less upward price pressure or even slight declines in certain sub-markets. Important considerations: price drops versus cooling market. It is crucial to understand that a price drop often refers to homes selling below asking price or experience listing price reduction rather than a steep decline in the overall median home values for the entire zip code. So you're thinking about relocating to Charlotte, North Carolina? Well, I've got just the thing for you.
my team and I have actually taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research, and I've linked it down below. From top employers, the best hospitals, and a boatload of other things that you need to know before making the move here to Charlotte. The best part is that its guide is 100% free. That's right, you heard me right, 100% free. Just click the link in the description or the top pinned comment. Hope that helps. Look forward to talking to you soon.
While overall Charlotte median prices have shown minor year-over-year decreases, in some reports, there's 1.4%. The bigger story is increased inventory, longer days on market, and more buyer leverage, making it more of an even market. So pay attention, because granular, even within a zip code, specific neighborhoods or properties types can perform differently. New construction can also influence the average price trends. So don't forget that data lags. Real estate data always has a slight lag. What's happening today might not be fully reflected in published reports for another few weeks or months afterwards. So consult with a local agent for the most accurate and up-to-the-minute information tailored to your specific needs. It's always best to consult with a local Charlotte real estate agent like myself who has access to the most current MLS data and local insight, because these zip codes and areas where buyers are more likely to find a market that has shifted in their favor compared to the intense seller's market of previous years past. So breaking it down, for example, data from June of 2025 shows the average Charlotte home value is around $431,626, which is actually down about 1.7% over the past year. 1.7% might not sound like a huge drop, but it is a significant shift from the rapid appreciation we've seen in previous years, with homes staying on the market for an average of 45 days, up from 40 days last year. And here in June also, but notes that 53.7% of the homes sold below the asking price last month. So factors influencing price drops. What is driving these changes? There are a few key factors to come into play. Rising inventory is probably the biggest one. We're seeing more homes come onto the market in June 2025. Active listings were around 4,817, a 24% increase from the year before. More supply generally means less upward pressure on prices. Mortgage rates have been holding themselves. While they had some fluctuation, higher mortgage rates definitely impact the affordability and buyer demand, holding close to 7%. So when borrowing money costs more, buyers have to adjust their budgets, which can temper how much they're willing to pay for a specific house. Return to office, commutes, or some other factors coming involved in it. So this is very Charlotte specific point. More companies, a lot of the bigger banks and stuff that is going on uptown, are encouraging or even requiring employees to be in the office. The appeal of living further out with longer commutes is diminishing, not as much work from home. So this impacts the demand in the outer line areas. Also, new construction. Charlotte and its surrounding areas are seeing a lot of new construction going on, both single-family homes, multifamily units. This influx of new homes naturally adds to the supply. So we got to pay special attention to what's going on in the surrounding areas so you can see which ones are affecting you. Now for the $1 million question, where exactly are we seeing the most significant price drops, or at the least a stronger buyer's market? Based on the recent discussions and the market observation, the areas experiencing the most notable shifts tend to be on the outer periphery of Charlotte metro area. Think about it. The communities that boomed rapidly during the pandemic, when remote work made longer commutes less of a concern, these areas are now seeing a correction across the board. So while specific neighborhood data for the bigger drops can be harder to truly pinpoint precisely and changes quickly, here are some general trends in areas to keep your eyes out, and keep in mind that these are often areas that saw the most aggressive price increases previously. So other areas further out of uptown is mentioned because of the traffic, desire for the shorter commute, and making some of the more distant suburbs less appealing for buyers who need to be in the office on a regular basis. This doesn't mean prices are plummeting, but they might be stagnating or seeing slight declines, and buyers likely have more negotiating power currently. Neighborhoods with a significant new construction, if an area has seen a large influx because of the new build coming in, especially in master plan communities, the increased supply can lead to more competitive pricing and potential price adjustments. So builders are looking to move their inventory. They're willing to work with buyers to get them into better deals. While not guaranteed, dropping zones, you might find more negotiating room in these places. Some parts of Cabarrus County, like we said, Concord or Kannapolis, these areas saw significant growth and development, and as the market turns to cool, they might experience more adjustments. Parts of Gaston County, like we said earlier, Gastonia or Belmont, because they're a little bit further out. They're like Cabarrus. These areas offered more affordable options and saw a surge in demand. So certainly newer developments in Union County have also kind of taken that effect, where they expanded rapidly with new construction and could see greater softening of prices or increased incentive by the builders for their new homes.
Now for the question of the day. For those of you who are thinking of moving to the Charlotte area, where are you moving from? And what's the main reason why you are leaving? Is it banking or is it manufacturing? Make sure to leave your answer in the comments below. I want to hear what you have to say. Also, if you have any questions or thoughts, you can leave those comments down below, or even text or call or email me or my team. My information should pop up on the screen.
Area previously considered up and coming that may have gotten ahead of themselves. So sometimes speculation can drive prices up quickly, and then the market gets into correction, bringing them back down to more sustainable levels. So price reductions are key. What we're seeing across the board is an increase in homes with price reductions. According to the sources, more than 20% of listings in the greater Charlotte area featured price reductions as of June 2025. This is a clear indicator that sellers are needing to adjust their expectations to meet the current market reality. It's also worth noting that while some areas might be seeing slight dips in overall median prices, it's more common to see stagnation in price growth, increased days on market, and more sales closing below the asking price. A lot of the different mortgage companies have rated that in 2025, 53.7 homes in Charlotte sold below the asking price, while only 30% exceeded the list price. This is a significant shift in buyer power, but if you're in the right place with the right marketing, you get that proper demand. So for buyers, opportunity knocks. If you've been waiting for the frantic pace to slow down, now might be the chance. You have more inventory to choose from and potentially more negotiating power. Be strategic. Don't just look at the list price. Research the days on market for similar homes in the area. Look for price reductions and be prepared to negotiate. Have a strong agent in your corner negotiating for you. Always crucial, and especially now, knowing exactly what you can afford puts you in a strong position. Thoroughly, with less pressure, you have more time for due diligence. Don't skip the inspections. For sellers, price smartly. Gone are the days of throwing any price out there and just expecting a bidding war. Work with a knowledgeable local agent to price your home competitively from day one. Overpricing will lead to longer days on market and likely price reduction anyways. Presentation on matters more than ever now. With more inventory, your home needs to stand out. How's it going to stand out? Investing in staging, professional photos, 3D imaging, true walkthrough floor plans, because first impressions matter. So be patient. There has to be some flexibility and understanding, slightly longer on marketing periods to be open to negotiations on the price and the terms for the sellers. This is the opportunity to understand what's going to set your house outside of your next door neighbors. Is it the upgrades? Is it the school system? Is it location? What can the buyers potentially see the value in what you have going on in your property. How is that going to be promoted and stand out?
Hey guys, it's Mark Weinberg. As much as I love making these videos, there's one thing I love more, and that's helping families and people from all over the U.S. make the move here to Charlotte, North Carolina. I've helped countless families make the move. So whether you're coming over next week, next month, or even next year, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm your guide. Let me show you why. My contact information is right here and linked in the description in case you missed the on-screen pop-up. I look forward to helping you and your family make the move to Charlotte.
So to sum it all up, the market is not crashing. Charlotte, we're not crashing, but we are coming to a more normalization, unprecedented growth. We are moving from a hyper-competitive seller's market to a more balanced one where both buyers and sellers need to be strategic and informed. So the best takeaway is the market is stabilizing. It's going back to normalcy. Local Trends, working with an experienced real estate expert that shows you what it takes to get a house marketed and sold properly. Getting the pricing and expectations are crucial, whether if you're looking to buy your dream home or sell your current one here in the Queen City and the surrounding areas. So what are your thoughts on, the Charlotte housing market? What's going on here in the Queen City? Have you noticed price droppings in your area specifically? Share your experience. Leave some comments down below. Ring the bell. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what questions I can answer for you here in the local area, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye.